Welcome to Face the Facts, a fitness show. I'm your host, Natalie Stringer. Have you ever been into the gym and saw the free weights and was like, that's too much for me, and saw the machines and said, that's a little bit too easy? Well, we have an excellent option for you. It's called the Stability Ball. And I've looked at this thing and wondered, how many exercises can I do on this one ball? But there's so many options. So today I have with us Sonia Drury, who is a professional trainer, correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your background, Sandra, because you are a pro with this. I've seen your work. You are awesome with this.
Well, thank you.
So tell us how you got involved in fitness and training. How did you grow a passion for it? And what do you do exactly?
I actually was a first grade teacher for 15 years. I loved teaching. I decided to stay home with my children, but I missed teaching, so I thought, well, I've always been in the fitness industry, taking classes and hiring personal trainers. Why not just do that myself? So I did.
Wow, okay. So what do you do right now? Do you teach classes? Do you personal train?
I do a little bit of everything. I don't do as much of the personal training right now, but I do teach 5 to 6 classes a week, sometimes more depending on the schedule and the need.
And what do your classes consist of? Like, is it just the Stability Ball?
No, that's one class. I teach weight training classes that are more from using dumbbells to the barbell. It's called, at the facility I work at, Group Power.
Group Power.
Group Active, which is basic step, cardio, 20 minutes of dumbbell work, and then I have a football class that uses the Stability Ball.
So in your opinion, for people who are just starting out, do you recommend fit classes because it's more fun or entertaining because you have other people on the same level as you possibly?
Definitely, because there's plenty of modifications that every fitness level could benefit from the class.
And how long do the classes usually consist of?
Usually an hour.
An hour.
Hour-long classes.
So should I be embarrassed if I can't last the whole hour and I want to ease out after 30 minutes?
Absolutely not. You should always go into the class with the headset that you're going to get your workout in. You're going to do the absolute best that you can do, and use the other people around you as a motivator, but not as a standard by which you should judge yourself, because we're all on different fitness levels.
Right. So if I see somebody with your shape and your figure, I shouldn't be intimidated. I can still do this?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So with the Stability Ball, what kind of exercises can I do? Like, what muscles am I working exactly?
Using the Stability Ball is a full body workout. It uses everything from your shoulders all the way down to your calf muscles. So there are different exercises. Although you might be focusing on one muscle group, you're really utilizing your whole body from your hips to your shoulder, which is your core. It's more than just your upper and lower abdominal muscles, and it's back, it's front, and it's side.
And how important is it? Because I hear core all the time, and our viewers out there who are beginners may not know what core is. So can you describe what exactly is our core?
Core is everything from your hips to your shoulders. This is what gives you your posture. This is what helps you align the spine and hold your chest up and keeps you nice and tight right here.
Yes.
Working your core whittles your waist. So
yes. Okay, so with that said, we discussed earlier how we don't like to use the term fat.
Yes.
We don't like when people say, I feel fat today. So you came up with a different term that we could use instead of saying that.
As I tell my little girls, we don't use that word. We're either healthy, making healthy choices, or making unhealthy choices. And there are people that have absolutely no fat on them, or that appear to be very healthy,
right,
but make unhealthy decisions and choices.
Totally agree. So everyone needs to work out, whether they're really small or very curvy.
Absolutely.
So with using the Stability Ball, is it difficult for someone who may be a little extra curvy to begin on? Like, are there exercises that they can do that may not be as difficult?
There's all different types of modifications.
So,
and
go ahead.
You can, for the beginner, and then you can work your way up to more advanced exercises, but there's always the basic.
Okay.
And you can build from that.
Okay. So in your classes, are they fun? I mean, do you have music going?
Absolutely. I try to make it as fun as possible. And fitness should be fun.
Yes.
It should be fun. Because if it's not, you're not going to do it. You're not going to enjoy it. You're going to dread it. So always try to make it as fun as you can.
So it must be really fun for you because you're not teaching anymore, right? First graders?
So
you transitioned over to this. Awesome. And how many years have you been training adults?
8 years.
So you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think I do.
And how often do you work out per se, just for yourself?
Well, teaching my classes, but
Okay.
I also get my own workouts in, and usually I have a great workout partner, Mark Anderson, and we work out together.
Oh, so you guys work out together. Oh my goodness, Mark is a tough one.
He motivates me.
Yes, awesome. So how often would you recommend people who are just beginning to start working out, who are not really into fitness, how often a week would you
I would say
say?
really listen to your body. I would definitely go in, work out, and if you don't really feel that it was enough, go back, try it again, give a little bit more. Your workout's really, you determine your workout. I can teach you all I want to, but if you don't put forth the effort, you're not going to feel it.
Awesome. Okay, so I want to go back with the classes that you teach. You said you teach classes with the Stability Ball, and what else do you teach?
I teach group power, group
What does that
active.
consist of?
It is a 1 hour barbell class. You start with the warm-up. It's a full body workout, 1 hour, core stretch, you're done.
Wow. Okay, and then what else for the other classes?
Group active, 20 minutes of basic step, 20 minutes of dumbbell work, balance, core, stretch, you're done. So it's really a one-stop shop.
Awesome. So anybody from any level, even if you're like a pro, would still get a good workout from these.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started with some exercises. I want you to show us some things to do, and we'll bring in our guest, Terrence. He is going to show us, he's going to give us examples of what to do. So you're going to be our demonstrator today, Terrence. So I think that the blue ball may be kind of small for you. We're going to go ahead and grab the gray one. And we'll have Sonia start off. So if you can show him the beginner, at intermediate, and advanced exercises, that would be great. So let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready to hurt Terrence?
Take it easy on me.
All right. The first exercise, we're just going to show the push-ups and the different levels of pushing up. So a beginner would start with their hip on the ball. So you're going to lay on the ball. And roll yourself out just a little bit. And the beginner would stop about right here and push up from that level, down and up. Correct. Intermediate, you would roll out. The further you roll away from the ball, the more difficult it is. You want to make sure that you pull up your core muscles. Brace your core very tight. There you go. That would be. And the further you move away from the ball, so the more advanced, the more advanced would roll to their toes, lift the hips a little higher, and wobbling is working.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that real quick, because I know if I'm just starting out and I'm wobbling, is that okay?
Absolutely, because you have to call on your core muscles, your sling muscles, your back to stabilize on the ball.
Wow.
So by contracting those muscles, you control what your lower body is doing.
Right.
Very good.
So can we show again the easy, the intermittent?
Yes.
I mean the moderate.
The closer you are to the ball, the
easier.
And I don't want to say easy. It's a good starting
Less
point.
intense.
Because for some people, that's going to be really hard.
Yes.
Really hard. So the modified push-up, a lot of people do those on their knee. The closer your chest is to the ball, the more it is kind of in sync with that type of push-up on the floor.
Understandable. Show us one more time, Terrence, how the beginners would start off with this.
Just tips on the ball. Yep.
So you roll into it.
Right.
That's the easiest
And
way
you
to
would
get on
push
this
up
thing.
from down there, drop the body. And you see how the ball's kind of rolling with him a little bit. That's a good thing. Intermediate, you would probably go to about your kneecaps. And so that more body is off the ball.
Okay.
And the more the body is off the ball, the more you're actually lifting the body weight.
And one more question. I'm noticing how his hands are right directly underneath his chest. Is that important, not to reach out into it, but to have it straight up under?
Absolutely, yes. You want to have the thumbs kind of as a guide as to where your chest is going to.
Gotcha. Great. Thank you, Terrence.
Once you get to these 3 levels, you can add on to this and bring the core into it. You'll just roll back out with your shins on the ball.
Okay.
And we would still continue doing the push-up, down and up. And then this is called a ball tuck. Roll your knees into your chest, utilize your lower abdominal muscles, push back out. Once you've mastered that, we'll take you into a ball pike, which is using your quads, lifting the whole body up, stabilizing on the ball and pushing down. Can you try that one more time? Engage your shoulders, brace,
Wow.
and take it down.
Wonderful. That is an awesome exercise.
Full body.
Okay,
You're
'cause I was
using
gonna
your
ask
calf
you.
muscles, you're using your quads, your hamstrings, your lower back. Shoulder girdle is tight and locked in. So stabilizing through your whole body.
How'd that feel?
That's tough. That is tough.
Okay, it looks like it could be challenging, but that's for the advanced people who are already
Absolutely.
advanced. So that's really going to work our core. It's keeping us balanced.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
going to trim my waist down and maybe burn some of those love handles?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Those are the exercises that we like. Okay, what else we got?
The second exercise I would like to show you is the, if you'll lay on your back. This is a great lower body exercise. It works your hamstrings, the back of the legs. It works your quads, the front of the legs, your calf muscles, and your core. So go ahead and put your heels on the ball. And first position would be plank. Head down. Lift your glutes up off the mat. See how he's straight as a board?
Yes.
This could be position 1 for the beginner, or take your hips back down. Just even bringing the hips up a little bit would be great for the beginner.
Great. Good to know. Thank
Yes.
you. That's good to know.
Second, you would roll from the heel to the toe. That engages the hamstrings. Push your toes into the ball. Push your toes in. Give me a hip lift. There you go.
Ooh.
Quad. Everything is in a compact state.
Yes.
Everything is nice and tight. And then you push back to the heel. And then you can reset and take a break.
Wow. So how many circuits of that should one do, or how many sets?
Normally in my class, we will go through about a 5-minute song, but I will hold them in plank for a little while, let them rest, and then we'll utilize and do the ball roll. Sometimes we'll just stay right here in this position, drop your hips, lift them back up, drop your hips, lift them back up. So that way the hamstring is in an isolated state, so you're keeping the certain muscles under load while you're moving.
Okay, and you mentioned plank. What exactly is a plank?
A
when you say
plank
that?
is where you are using your stabilizing muscles all the way from your shoulders through your hips, all the way to the toes. And there's different
There's different types of planks.
On the floor, you can do where you have your elbows directly underneath your
Okay.
shoulders and you push the whole body up. You can start at your knees, work your way to your toes.
Wonderful.
Very good.
All right, Terrence, let's try another one. You getting tired yet, or you good?
I keep going.
Okay, good.
Be strong.
You're tough. You're tough.
We have something called a ball exchange that you can do.
Yes.
To start out with, put your feet, yep, there you go, right around it. Now, for beginners, a good thing to do would be just to bring the feet up over the hips, just the feet up over the hips, and you would just do a little hip lift. Lift your hips, just lift your hips up and down. There you go.
Oh,
that'd be great for beginners. And you
that's
don't
great
even
for your
have to-
abs, right?
Absolutely.
Woo.
Lower abdominal muscles.
Yes.
We're gonna, second, we would put the arms behind the back. Bring your feet down. There you go. Now bring it up. Give me that little hip lift you just gave me. And now grab the ball. Exchange it to the hands. Slow, don't let anything touch. Keeping the core stability muscles under load. Come back up, legs go wide. You grab the ball. Stretch through the core. Very good.
So
Then
you're
bring it
saying
all in again.
don't even let him touch his head, hands, or feet on the ground.
Correct.
Wow.
If he needed to, though.
Yeah, if you need to take breaks,
Absolutely could.
but you should push
Absolutely.
yourself to try not to touch the ground.
And you're moving in slow motion, so you're engaging each muscle group.
Yeah, I was gonna ask why is slow better than going fast on
Well,
this?
I think that sometimes going slow is better for the mere fact that your body, your mind is kind of in sync with your body. And he knows that when he goes long and strong, he's feeling that in his lower abdominal muscles.
You can take a break.
We got him working
He is
hard.
really going hard.
Yes.
So in breathing while he's doing this, is it? I mean, how are you supposed to breathe? Are you supposed to go slow as well? Or are you supposed to kind of quick breaths?
Normally, with weight training or any exercise, you usually exhale at the hardest part of the exercise. So with core, when you come up, if you think about just emptying your belly of air, flattening it out when you're in that crunch, kind of. So you breathe out at the top normally. Exercises like this, you don't ever want to hold your breath. Just want to keep on breathing, right?
Good.
Keep breathing, keep
I'm
working.
breathing now.
That's right. The harder you breathe, the harder you're working.
Good,
thing.
good. Okay, what we got next?
Next exercise, I'm going to use the dumbbells to show how you can work your chest, but also your lower body as you're using the ball.
Okay, we'll go ahead and grab those. I'm just feeling a workout just watching him. Like, but this is something that I recommend people try at home, because if you can't make it to a gym,
Absolutely.
and you have one of these, you can go to a local store and get one of these. You can get a full body workout if it's rainy or you can't afford a gym membership right away. This is a very good option to do.
It really is, and it's also a great piece of equipment for stretching, lower back, just to roll around on it if you have back problems.
Yes, can you show us some of those in a little bit?
Absolutely,
Great,
absolutely.
great.
First of all, this is going to be his weight training bench, and he is going to sit on the ball. He is going to gently roll himself out even further so that his head and neck are on the ball. There you go. So he's utilizing his glute muscles, his lower abdominal muscles, his hamstrings, and his quad.
Awesome.
He's stabilizing on the ball, and he's going to put his arms up and just bring the elbows right to shoulder level. Push up, squeeze through the pec muscles. That's a chest exercise.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
You can also reverse that and do chest flies, palms together. And he's still getting a lower body workout, because if he were not to tighten up that muscle group, he would not be able to stabilize on the ball.
I almost feel like this is better than a bench, an actual bench, because he's getting a great workout, lower leg workout and an upper body workout.
He is.
Wonderful.
He's doing a great job, huh?
Yeah, he's doing great. Now, Terrence, how difficult is it to stay stable on this ball? Is it a little bit more challenging than a regular bench?
It is a lot more challenging than doing typical flies on a bench.
And that's why using the stability ball is a full body workout.
I love it.
He's focusing on his pecs right now,
yes,
but his whole body is working. You can also reverse this, Terrence, if you'll just roll yourself back up, sit on the ball. There you go. If you would turn around and lay on the ball, your chest will be on the ball. You can do back workout, stay right there. Just your hands right by your side.
Okay.
So you reverse the fly, pull it up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you can see his hamstrings just engaged, his glutes engaged as his shoulder blades come together.
I love
Very
this.
nice. Very
Wonderful, wonderful exercise. And again,
taking it to an advanced level, you can lift one leg.
Are you able to do that,
Yes.
Terrence?
He can do it too.
I can do whatever
Focus,
you
core tight. Wobbling is working.
I am wobbling.
Okay.
I would probably be wobbling all over the place. Very good.
Nice, nice.
Very nice. That is great. I see how it may be something that you have to kind of work your way up to.
You do. I would not have a beginner do this exercise. We would start just getting used to the ball and feet on the floor, but work in the back.
So with that said, let's say, you know, I'm a little bit more advanced, but I can't do this exercise just yet. So is it okay if I just try with 1 or 2?
1 or 2 reps?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then work your way up. That's how you build that muscle, correct?
Yes.
To work your way up.
Because 1 or 2 reps on the ball is going to be harder for most people, because you're using your whole body just to stay on top of the ball.
Right. Right. Okay.
So everything's engaged.
Awesome. All right. What else do we have? I like watching him work. He does such a good job.
Bless him. You can also just sit on the ball. If you want to come back up and sit on, yes. Have a nice seat. Overhead presses or bicep curls, tricep kickbacks. You can still, let's do the tricep kickbacks if you'll lean forward.
Okay.
Feet a little wider. You want your base. There you go. Engage your core. Arms up. Elbows up, and from this position, you push back, straighten the arm, engage the tricep. Now on this, you're using your legs a little bit to stabilize. It's not as difficult, but I find this is a lot easier to stay in form than people standing and pushing back.
Yes.
So it kind of keeps the spine aligned, because if you move, you're gonna wobble.
Right.
Very good.
And this is working
the triceps.
the underarm.
Yes.
So ladies, if you're able to shake that arm and a lot of stuff is moving down there, this is an excellent exercise to do.
Sure is.
To tone that area up.
Sure is.
Wonderful.
You can also sit tall, nice straight spine, chest up, bring the elbows up, shoulder presses, push, and pull. Very good. And you still have to use your core.
Okay.
Otherwise the ball will move. And again, wobbling is working.
Okay.
The more you engage,
Okay.
the less movement you'll get out of the ball.
Now, Terrence, can you face towards the front so that everybody can get a good view of exactly what you're doing? Now, earlier you mentioned chest up. How important is it to have your chest up and not to be hunched over?
It's very important. Aligning the spine, the neck, for one, will keep you from getting hurt.
Okay.
Injuries happen. Form is 100% important when it comes to the exercise. If your shoulders are rolled forward and you're working your bicycles, your biceps,
Yes.
it's not good. You always want your chest lifted, shoulders back. That's ready position for almost every sport.
Every exercise, yeah, every sport.
Yeah.
So chest out, shoulders back. And that's going to give them the proper
Core braced,
form.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And when I say core, I don't mean just your core muscles, lower back, hips, everything just nice and tight.
Gotcha. Good.
Great job.
You're doing good.
I'm sweating.
That's what you're supposed
That's
to
a
do.
good workout. That means
Sweating
it is a
is good.
great workout. I love that. And so when you're not sweating a lot, does that mean we're not drinking enough water?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
There's been times when I'm completely and totally hydrated, but I may not be doing an exercise where I'm really focused on as much cardio.
Right.
So normally with cardio, you sweat a little bit more. Definitely weight training is also a part of cardio because you can certainly get your heart rate up, but he's just working really hard.
You're
right
doing
now.
great, great.
Great job.
Let's keep it going. What else we got? Oh, and one more quick question. He has on weight gloves. Is that something important to use while you're lifting weights and
I
using
think
this?
that's personal preference.
Okay.
I personally, they get in my way.
Okay.
I don't like to use gloves, but
Oh.
I have a lot of participants that do.
Okay, who want to keep
And-
their hands maybe soft and gentler, and because we're doing a lot of stuff on the ground, on the floor. So maybe it is an option if you want to try to maintain.
It's
Okay,
personal preference.
gotcha. All right, what else do we have? Let's keep them working.
What body part would you like to work?
I don't know. This is
Can we do something with lower body? Like,
Absolutely.
is there a way you can do lunges?
Yes, absolutely. Stand.
Yes.
He's going to put one foot. First of all, you want to stabilize. You want to make
no
sure.
weights or no weights.
Let's start out without the weight. Stand in front of the ball. You're going to put one foot on the ball. Yep. And see how he has his, well, you can't.
So can we turn to the side, face that direction for us so we can get a good angle of what you're doing?
Right.
Perfect.
So the toe only on the ball is a little harder. For someone else, they would probably put their shin on the ball.
So let's start off with the shin
There
and
you
show
go.
there we go.
There you go. And it's really like a one-legged squat. You drop that knee, roll the ball forward, make sure that the knee doesn't overshoot the toe.
So that looks like it's more challenging.
Yes. All right, chest up, core tight. Yes. Come back up. So he's really driving through the front of the leg, pushing through the heel. And you'll notice the ball is moving, but it's also
Yes.
help support the movement that he's doing. You can make it a little harder and push that back leg back a little further. Grab a little weight. Roll your shoulders back and down, chest up, drop the knee. Push through the front heel, stand the body tall.
Wonderful.
Do you feel your core engaging as you're doing
Feel
that?
my core, my hamstring, my glutes,
I can tell.
lower back.
Absolutely.
That is an awesome exercise.
Very good.
Do the weights help you to stay maybe more stable?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
They're adding resistance, but the stability is with the ball and this leg.
Absolutely. The weights are adding to his body weight. And this is a body weight exercise. You don't even have to use the weights, but
Wonderful. I'm going to try this. Let me give it a shot.
Sure.
I'm going to give it a shot without the weights.
Grab that ball.
Okay, I'll grab the blue ball and we'll see if I can work. I don't know if I'm as good as Terrence.
sure you
Okay.
are.
So I'm going to try the advanced version with my toe.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I do with my arms? I just keep them up in front
Well,
of
if
me?
you don't have weights, whatever you need for balance.
Maybe I can
whatever
fly like
you
an
can.
angel.
Sure, you are an
And just
angel.
come all the way down?
You don't have to go all
Oh,
the way.
wow.
Just a little dip. It's really
Oh, okay.
pretty much a one-legged squat, but you are in the lunge position.
So question, should my foot roll back or should it stay?
no, you want to
Okay.
keep it engaged.
Okay,
You
so
want to
keep
keep
it
that
engaged.
hamstring tight back
Okay,
there as you're dropping.
straight down.
Push through the heel of the front leg.
Got it.
And stand tall.
Wow. That is not, he made it look so much easier than what it really is.
He's good.
He is good. Okay. So it is okay, you said, for this to be wobbly.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want people at home to know that if you're wobbling a little bit, it's okay. So can you go ahead and show us some stretches that we can do
Oh, yes.
with this? Awesome.
I like to use the ball. If you want to sit down, Terrence. Just have a nice seat on it. Any stretch that you can do standing, you
Okay.
can also do on the ball. For example, lat stretch. You'll just reach over, and you notice how his hips kind of move. He's pushing out into his hip a little bit. The ball allows that. as to where you're standing, you have to do it on your own. The ball
Yes.
kind of takes care of that. You can stretch the other side.
And so he's stretching all this muscle on the side.
But his hips are moving in the direction they need to move to really open up that space between the armpit and the hip bone.
Wonderful.
Very good. Also, if you'll just lay on it, great. And just kind of let your head fall, okay? Arms wherever you need them. And now if you push back a little bit, do you feel your lower body kind of just stretching?
Yes.
I would like to do this at a different angle as well. So can you sit up and turn to the side, and we'll do the same exercise on a different angle.
We've got him on the little ball.
Yeah, oh, we do have your little ball. Let's try it on the... No wonder you might be struggling a little bit more. Okay, let's try it on this one.
Before you lay down, let me show the way that you want to look to see if, like, this ball's perfect for me. I have shorter legs. He has a bigger ball, but if you'll look at his knee and his foot, 90 degrees right here. And this is how you want to be on the ball. And that's how you decide what size of ball is best for you.
Perfect.
So if you'll just roll down again, just kind of let your head fall. There you go. Now, the deeper you get into the lower back depends on how much of your body is somewhat hanging off. So push back a little bit. Yep, okay, hold right there. Now take your arms and put them back behind you for a deeper stretch.
Wow, that is an awesome stretch.
This opens you up throughout the whole chest, your lower muscles, your upper abdominal muscles.
How's that feel, Terrence? That feels good?
It does, but I'm also have to stabilize myself.
Oh, so he's also exercising at the same time.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Stretching is a very important component of exercising.
Awesome.
Nice work. Come on up.
Good job.
If you'll face the front here.
Okay.
Another exercise really good for inner thigh, for legs. Feet shoulder width apart. Go a little wider, and you're just gonna kind of lunge on the ball. You're gonna push your glutes back. So push back into the ball. Straighten this leg a little more as you go over. There you go. Do you feel the stretch? Yep, all the way through.
Wonderful. I've never thought to use a stability ball to do an exercise. Yes, never.
Well, also the stability ball for someone who doesn't have a lot of leg strength, it gives back. It takes a lot out of you, but it also gives back. You can switch to the other side, pushing through the hips.
Wonderful. So it's stretching all of this whole entire leg. How about the other side as well? Are you feeling a stretch on your right leg as well?
I'm feeling some resistance on this.
Right.
Oh, okay. So this is an exercise as well. I love this. This is great. Something great to use.
Now you know what to do with the ball.
Well, Terrence, you did an excellent job today. So thank you so much for being our example. You worked really hard, and we really appreciate you coming in and showing us all these options. So folks at home, face the facts. If you have a stability ball sitting up in your closet collecting dust, there's so many exercises you can do with it. So pull it out, blow it up, and get started. Thanks for joining us today. We'll catch you out next time.